Hello, Mom. Lunch is ready in the kitchen. You don't have to wait for me. Yes, I'm having lunch right now, but what is this soup? It's so salty, I don't think I can finish it. And the main dish. I thought I was eating pet food. I'm sorry. Haley, if I keep eating what you cook for me, I'll get high blood pressure. Or are you trying to make me sick on purpose? Of course not. Do you hate me so much that you're trying to kill me without realizing? No, why would I hate you? You're lying. A devil in disguise. What a terrible daughter-in-law. This is why I never wanted my son to marry you. I'll be careful next time. I'm very sorry. You've been married for more than 6 years, but you still can't cook properly. You're not trying your best because your husband is on a business trip. I bet you don't even want to cook for your mother-in-law. No, I never thought so. And your kid is really annoying me. She's so noisy, it's impossible for me to take a nap. I've been telling you to take her outside to play when I'm at home. I'm sorry, but it's been chilly for the past few days because of the bad weather. My daughter refuses to go out. Just kick her out of the house. You're spoiling her too much. But it's really cold outside. Many of her friends at her preschool are catching a cold because of the cold weather. You're worrying too much. When I was a child, I used to play outside even during a snowstorm. The cold should not stop kids from going outside. I'm ashamed of your daughter. Like mother, like daughter. I'll tell her to be quiet when playing inside the house. She's becoming like you, Haley. Me? I don't know. She has your flat nose. Everyone in the family has a prominent nose except for you two. You both look like a pig. How embarrassing. If only she looked like my son. But she's still your granddaughter. She won't be my only grandchild anymore. No longer my only grandchild. What do you mean? Helen got pregnant. My husband's sister? After many years of fertility treatments, she finally got pregnant. She told me she was in her second trimester. I'm glad to hear that. She always wanted a baby. And she's having a son. I prefer having a grandson. I think they look adorable. Why? It's obvious. By the way, Helen is coming home to give birth in her hometown. She's going to use the spare room in our house. Make sure to clean it up before she gets here, okay? Are you talking about the room that's filled up with stuff we rarely use? Get all the stuff out of the room and clean it up. Don't leave a single speck of dust behind. We can't let my pregnant daughter sleep in a filthy room. There's still some time before she comes back, but there's a lot of things to get ready for, so be prepared. All right. Should we also change the wallpapers and floor tiles as well? It's gonna require some reconstruction. How about we renovate the whole house before she gets home? Isn't it a wonderful idea? Renovate the whole house? I hope she can move into our house with my grandson. Huh? If she moves in, I'll be able to see my beloved daughter and my lovely grandson every day. It will be so nice to see him grow up. If we're really renovating the house, which company should we contact? Can you do some research about it and negotiate for an affordable price? Make it as cheap as possible. Am I in charge of the research? What? Are you complaining? We allowed you to live in this house. Can't you do something in return? Okay. I'm so excited to meet my grandson. Good morning, Haley. Have you heard from Mom about me getting pregnant? I'm finally having a baby. Yes, she told me the other day. Congratulations. I heard you were coming back home. To be honest, Mom forced me to. I didn't want to cause any trouble. I thought you might feel uncomfortable as well, but Mom never listens to what I say. Don't worry about us, Helen. I heard your husband is busy with work. You'll be tired if you have to do everything alone while you're pregnant. I bet you can relax better at your parents' house. That's true. My husband works as a paramedic, so he's busy all the time. I heard that there's not enough workers. I bet they're really busy. How's my brother? Is he doing okay? Is he on his business trips as always? Yep, he's always in another country. So you're alone in the house with your mother-in-law? I bet you're stressed out. No, I'm fine. Mom's been very kind to me. If you have any complaints, just tell her, okay? Don't follow all her orders. You have the right to say no. I hope I have the courage to say no. My family has a strong personality, so you have to start expressing your own opinions. They'll try to do everything their own way. Mom really has a strong personality, doesn't she? And now your pregnant sister-in-law is coming home. I guess you're in a stressful situation more than ever. No, I'm okay. Really? I would have left a long time ago if I was you. I'm looking forward to meeting you, Helen. My daughter's also really excited to take care of the baby. Really? She's so adorable. Did she turn 5 this year? She's a big girl. Yeah, she's 5 years old. She said she's going to take care of your baby like her real brother. I'll be relying on you guys then. We'd love to help, Helen. It's been 5 years since I took care of a baby, so I'm actually really excited. But I'm guessing Mom would want to do everything for the baby and wouldn't allow us to even touch her grandson. Is she that excited? She said she hoped you would move in. Really? She must be kidding. She's already living with her cute granddaughter. Helen, I think she's serious about it. Where is the new bed for my daughter? It's arriving tomorrow. What? It's not here yet? I'm sorry, it's taking a while to arrive. It's been delayed because of the snowstorm. You should have bought it earlier. What do you think you're doing? I was planning to let her sleep in a brand new bed because her due date is coming up. I had so many things to do. I'm sorry. What things? After she came back home, I have more housework to do. It shouldn't be much. But I have to prepare a different meal for her because she's pregnant, and also her room. You told me to clean her room perfectly every day. What's wrong with asking you to clean my pregnant daughter's room? I also have to look after my child. I can't just spend the whole day doing housework. I'm not a helper, Mom. Are you complaining? After she came home, you keep prioritizing her all the time. It's as if she's giving birth to your first grandchild. My daughter is also your grandchild. I think you're treating her unfairly. Oh, really? So you're complaining to me? I'm just asking you to treat my daughter better. I'm asking for fairness. Shut up. Stop giving me orders. How about you just leave the house then? My real daughter is going to give birth to my lovely grandson, so I no longer need you and your daughter in my house. Huh? You're outside shopping with your daughter now, aren't you? I'll lock the door so that you can't come in. You're free to go anywhere you like. Wait a minute, it's a snowstorm outside. Are you locking us out in this weather? You can't do this to us. It's none of my business. How about you find a cave for shelter? I'll rescue you when spring comes. Please, don't do this to us. I'm sorry if I offended you. Could you at least let my daughter stay inside? Please, I'm begging you. It's too late to say sorry now. I hope your daughter becomes quiet after experiencing the cold. You'll be able to discipline your child. How can you say that? She could die in this weather. Then find a hotel. How about you get a divorce with my son as well? Then I'll finally be able to live with just my real family members. Mom, what have you done? You're still complaining? How annoying. My real daughter is giving birth to my grandson, so I no longer need you in my house. You're useless. I hope you get involved in an accident and disappear from my life. Understand? How can I ever understand? How can you do this, you old hag? Did you just call me a hag? How rude. I'm never ever forgiving you, bitch. You haven't realized yet? I'm Helen. Helen? Huh? Why? Why are you texting me? I'm with Haley right now. She's trying to warm up in a cafe. I thought you were taking a nap in your room. I went for a walk and ended up going shopping, but it started snowing, so I hopped on a taxi to get home. And on my way home, I saw Haley shivering in the snowstorm with her daughter. Mom, you locked them out, didn't you? She was being rude to me, so I was teaching her a lesson. You should have just left them there. I bet you're freezing. Come back home and have a warm bath. I'm not going home. I'm going back to my own house. What? Your due date is just next week. You can give birth any time. We can't change hospitals now. Haley told me how horribly you've been treating her. You've been bullying her since she moved in. How can you do this to your son's wife? How would you feel if I was treated like this by my husband's mother? I would never tolerate that. Then why could you do the same to your daughter-in-law? You're terrible, Mom. I never knew you were like this. Calm down, Helen. You are losing your calm because you're pregnant. Let's calm down and talk about it together, okay? My pregnancy doesn't matter. If I wasn't pregnant, I would have punched you in the face. It's my responsibility to discipline my daughter-in-law. Discipline? Locking her out during a snowstorm? You should never do something like that. You're a killer, Mom. You planned a murder. I planned on letting her in after she endured the cold for a while. You're lying. They were ice cold when I met them. If I didn't pick them up, they might have lost their lives in this snowstorm. Are you aware of how terrible you are? It's not like we're in the mountains. They wouldn't have lost their lives. Then how about you try walking in this snowstorm? I doubt you can even walk straight with the snow blocking your vision. Okay, I'll apologize to them. If Haley forgives me, stop complaining, okay? If she ever forgives you, I have nothing to say. Hello? It's me, Haley. Oh, Haley, I'm sorry I locked you out. I never knew the snowstorm was this bad. Forgive me, Haley. No, I won't forgive you. What? We almost died in this snowstorm. Why would I forgive you with a simple apology that lacks sincerity? I'm being sincere. I'm giving you a proper apology. You just want to avoid Helen getting angry at you. I don't think you can call it a proper apology. What do you want from me? I don't need anything. You don't have to apologize. I don't think I can ever forgive you. You're really stubborn and narrow-minded. You should forgive me. I apologized. You're not being sincere at all. Helen is shocked with your attitude. She said she'll never allow you to meet her son. Wait a second. That doesn't make any sense. Why? Why can't I meet my grandson? I'm his grandma. It's up to Helen. Let me talk to Helen about this. She's calling my husband, so she's not available right now. She's telling him what happened. And she also told me to move out as soon as possible. Is everyone trying to leave me? I'm moving out like you wanted me to, and my husband is coming with me. Helen is furious and decided not to visit your house ever again. My son was the one who wanted to live with me. I don't think he will ever agree to move out. No, he clearly told me that he'll be moving out with me. I can't believe it. My husband never knew that I was being treated horribly by his mother. I didn't want him to worry, so I chose not to tell him. But I regret not telling him earlier about it. Are you leaving me alone in this house? I thought you liked a quiet environment. You can take a nap as much as you want and cook anything you want to eat. I'm happy how everything turned out. I can finally live with my real family without any disturbance. The first thing Helen did was to scold my husband for failing to protect his wife. I tried to convince her that he wasn't to be blamed, but she never listened. She thought that the reason why he didn't realize the horrible treatment by his mother was because he wasn't interested in his family enough. When she pointed that out, my husband seemed really shocked. He then apologized to me about not being able to protect me, and we decided to move out of his parents' house. As Helen decided, she never visited her mother's house nor allowed her to meet her son. As soon as she gave birth in her hometown, she left instantly and went back to her own house. I bet her mother was really shocked about it. After half a year passed, she came to visit us in our new home. She apologized repeatedly, crying floods of tears and begging for forgiveness. But my husband asked her to leave, and she sadly went back home in the pouring rain. I wonder if she'll ever get to meet her grandson. Maybe she'll never be able to.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Peep Texts!
Good afternoon. It's been a while, hasn't it? Yeah. To whom do I have the pleasure of speaking to? What? You really don't know? There's no way you forget after 10 years, right? You can't tell from my name? My name is Christina Stevenson. I am your mother. I actually don't have a mother. Oh, you. Look at you being all stubborn. I raised you for 5 years after I divorced your father, and this is what I get? You forget me? You really are something else. I thought we had a deeper bond. I'm sorry, I don't recall any of that. This is going to be my last response, so goodbye. Wait, hold on. You're not holding a grudge, are you? You must be upset about the whole thing still. Yeah, I guess I can understand. I wanted to apologize to you. That's why I reached out to contact you. It's a little too late for apologies, don't you think? My father and I both have forgot about you and have been enjoying our lives. How could you be so rude? I told you already. I wanted to apologize to you. For 10 years, I've wanted to apologize to you. For 10 years? You must be out of your mind if you think I believe you. You could have done anything sooner, but you didn't, did you? I know that Dad kept reaching out to you and you just kept ignoring him. Ignoring? No, that's not what I did. I had a lot of things going on too, you know. I hope you understand, okay? What do you mean a lot of things? Tell me one good reason. You apologizing now doesn't change anything anyway. It's not like I can just ignore everything that happened. I will never forget what you've done to me. What? Are you talking about that day I accidentally left you? Accidentally left me? How could you just come up with these lines? You kicked me out of the car while I was bawling and begging you to stop. Then you just drove off like nothing ever happened. I will never forget any of what happened that day. No, that's all a total misunderstanding. It's not a misunderstanding. I walked all the way to Dad, alone. Then some female cop found me and took me to Dad's house. He was surprised too and cried with me. And I will never forget that day, and I will never forgive you. Wait, you hang on just a second. If you're saying that you won't forgive me, fine. I don't care if that's what you want to say for now. But you and I, we're definitely mother and daughter, whether you like it or not. So what? Why are you trying to pretend to be my mother now? I told you a second ago, but I'll tell you again. I don't have a mother. I live my life thinking that she is dead and long gone. My only parent is my father. You're just some stranger. You can say and think whatever you like, dear, but legally, you can't argue. You cannot just cut ties with me that easily. Okay, and what exactly are you trying to accomplish with this conversation? Well, after that day I accidentally left you, I studied hard and got a certain certification. I really don't care. Do I have to listen to your stupid story? I'm actually a lawyer now. I did this to prove that I am indeed your mother. Wow, that's cool. I don't really care about the little legal nuggets of knowledge you have to drop on me. You're not my mother, and I will never agree with you. I don't care if you agree with me or not. Fact is fact. Lauren, just admit it already. What are you trying to tell me already? You're beating around the bush too much. Well, actually, Mom has a favor to ask of you, Lauren. A favor? I want you to help your mother. Life has been a little rough, you know. I was doing something about it all on my own, but I got to the point where I can't do anything about it anymore. That sounds tough. You need to find somewhere else to look for help. I can't do that. What do you mean? A child has a responsibility to take care of their parents. Civil Code Chapter 877, Paragraph 1. You have a responsibility to take care of me. Okay, you're still beating around the bush. In other words, you have to take care of me till the very end. What? I'm actually impressed by how greedy you can be. That's not gonna happen. Actually, it is going to happen whether you want it to or not. It's decided by law. If you want to reject the idea, I have the power to sue you a large amount of money for damages. You understand? You should probably listen to me before I sue you. You have a duty to take care of your mother financially. Okay? Understand? So, that's how it's gonna be. Thanks, Lauren. I don't care what you say. I'm gonna say no. And no and never. If you want someone to take care of you, just ask your other daughter. What? What? Don't act dumb. You have another daughter. I know it. The one you gave birth to after you left me. You're giving her all your love, right? So I'm sure she won't mind taking care of you at all. I guess you'll have to wait a few years till she's of legal age to mooch off of, but what are you talking about? You're my only child. Okay. Stop being coy with me. I guess she would be a sister from a different mister? No, you're wrong. I met her the other day. Yeah, with that non-existent daughter of yours. Huh? It was seriously pure coincidence. Do you know the kind of work that I do? You probably don't know. You never even really gave a crap about the kind of things that I did. Right now, I work as a female cop at a police station. About a month ago, I think. Your daughter was lost and delivered to you by a police officer. You remember that? The officer that handled that whole case was me. I felt like I remembered seeing that girl's mom's number. You really haven't changed for 10 years, have you? When I asked her for her mom's name, it was the same name I had heard 10 years ago, too. My coworker was able to take the case from me, so I didn't have to see you directly, though. And I was trying to forget about our stupid relationship anyway. I did feel really bad for the girl, though. I hope you think about what you've done in jail. What are you talking about? Why are you saying something about jail? Well, you have to arrest criminals, right? That's my job. Criminal? Who do you think I am? I'm your mother! It doesn't really matter if you're my mother. A criminal is a criminal. The moment you pretended to be a lawyer, you became a criminal. What? I'm not lying! I really am a lawyer! I'm actually impressed that you're trying to pretend to be a lawyer to a police officer. Can you show me proof then? If you're a real lawyer, it shouldn't be difficult, right? Okay, fine. Here, is that proof enough? I'm a real lawyer. Wow, you're really gonna go there, huh? You really can't be saved, can you? All right, I'll bite then. If you're a real lawyer, you should be able to tell me your legal code. What union are you with? Which round of state certified bar exam did you graduate with? Hello? Cat got your tongue? Are you Googling it right now? It won't help you. Even if you manage to scrounge together something to submit as proof, if I search your full name in our state records, I can find your information real quick. Or I guess I will find a distinct lack of information, huh? Okay, fine. I'm sorry. I won't tell you to support me anymore, okay? So please let this go. We're parent and child, right? You can let this go, right? I really wasn't planning to blow this out of proportion like this. You haven't done anything that is worthy of calling yourself my parent. I don't know how you're able to talk to me after all these years. When you were getting divorced, Dad paid for my college tuition all at once to make sure that I could go to college. He even paid for child support at once. I heard it was twice of the market prices, though. It was when I was 10 and I graduated at 22, so if you think about it, it was 12 years worth of child support. You used all that up in about 5 years? Actually, maybe you used it up sooner than that. 2 years after the divorce, and you stopped buying me clothes entirely. Of course, you didn't give me an allowance. Sometimes you didn't even feed me. What are you talking about? Your memory is all wrong, dear. I made sure to raise you well. What are you talking about? Did you lie too much that you started to warp reality? You used to always tell me you took me for the money, and the money only. That you didn't really want to take care of me at all. Then you got tired of raising me, so you dumped me off in the middle of nowhere that day. No, that's not true. I really accidentally left you there. Ugh, I don't understand how you accidentally kick your child from the car and leave her. Why didn't you come pick me up? I feel like your story doesn't make any sense. There's also no reason for you to leave me in the middle of nowhere either. And finally, there's no reason you should ever drive off when your daughter isn't even in the car. Hey, why don't we calm down and talk about it, huh? Let's meet up in person and talk. We're family. We should talk in person and not over text like this. You won't know the kind of feelings I have over some text on a screen. Hey, I was just joking around a little bit, right? You should understand. Of course I won't understand. I didn't understand anything about you from the moment you divorced Dad. I didn't understand a single thing. Dad didn't even tell me why you two got a divorce either. I remember though. My memory is faded a little bit, but you brought some random man into your house, didn't you? Okay, fine. I won't get involved with you anymore. So let's just let the past be past, okay? It was a terrible misunderstanding that made everything go the wrong way, okay? That's it. I don't need anything else, okay? Just help me out for a little bit, okay? What was it you said? It doesn't matter what you think. Fact is fact. This is literally case in point. I will decide if I want to let things go or not. I told you that I will never forgive you. Just like that day that you left me in the middle of nowhere and didn't save me. I will never save you either. Afterwards, I reported the fact that my mother lied about being a lawyer and even sent me proof of her fraudulent credentials. She was arrested a few days later with numerous pieces of evidence. On top of pretending to be a lawyer, she even threatened me, so the whole thing was deemed as incredibly malignant and she was sentenced with no chance of parole. I'm not sure if she's remorseful at all, but she's in prison now. Her daughter, that would technically be my sister, is currently living with her father. I'm sure she will never see her or my mother again. I think that she probably doesn't like me after this whole thing. The day she left me was the reason that I became a female police officer. The female police officer that saved me that day talked to me while I was wandering the streets at night. She gave me a big hug to calm me down. While she was taking me to my father's house, she would calm me down and I couldn't stop crying the whole way home. I still remember it all vividly. I knew I wanted to be like this person. I wanted to help people. Since then, I have made my dreams reality. After I became an officer, I met the woman that saved me when I was a child. She said she remembered me well. When I told her that I came this far because of her, she told me that it was my turn to give hope and dreams to another little lost soul. I haven't had any chance to work with that officer yet, but I'm going to do everything I can to fulfill my duties as a police officer.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.